Today I'm going to be making a fish stock. We're going to use fish heads, fish frames, some prawn heads, some nice chunky onions, lemon, tarragon, bay leaves, pepper, salt, and some nice white wine. And we're going to put all this together into a pot. We're going to bring this to the boil, let it simmer for a while, and then we're going to put it into the shuttle chef and leave it for the next 4 or 5 hours. That'll allow it to brew and all those juices to come out. And then I'm going to strain the whole thing off, put it away in the fridge, and then we're going to be able to use that fish stock for any fish dish that we need for later on. All right, we're going to make a fish chowder now using that fish stock that we produced before. I'm going to first put a bit of oil into the pot, get that pot nice and hot, and then I'm going to stir fry the veggies. As soon as this pot's coming up, and it's just coming up nice and hot now. Okay, now I'll add in the vegetables into that nice hot oil. We'll stir that around, let it fry gently until the onions have become nice and soft. I'll leave that sit for a moment while the heat's coming into it, and then we'll keep checking on it to see how the onions are going. Those onions are just about ready now, so I'll add in the fish stock, pour that in on top, add in a nice cup of white wine to go with it, a little bit of parsley, some cracked pepper, freshly cracked pepper, and stir all that in gently. Now I'll add in the fish pieces. This was supposed to be a fish that Gil was going to catch for us, but unfortunately he's not been too particularly successful since we've been down here, so I had to race around to the co-op and get some fish pieces, but they'll do the job. And now we'll put in the prawns. And I'll stir all that in together. Okay, now I'll bring that back up to the boil. And as soon as it's come to the boil, I'll be able to turn that down to a simmer, and then we'll leave that simmering for another 5 minutes. Okay, that's ready to go now. I'll put that into the shuttle chef, close the lid, and we can pack up. Right, we're back at the camp now. It's time to finish off that seafood chowder that we were doing before. So I'll take it out of the shuttle chef, put that back onto the stove, just bring it very gently to the simmer, and then I've got to mix in some flour, some butter, and a little bit of cream, and this is going to be the thickening for this chowder. And now I can pour it into the top of the chowder. Pour that into there, and now stir it in. Stir and mix it all in very nicely into the chowder. Now it'll start to thicken now that I've got that heat in there. Once it's all completely mixed in, I'll give it about 1 minute on the stove at a simmer, and then back into the shuttle chef for about 20 minutes, and that'll thicken it right up. To serve this, what I've done is got a nice round Cobb Loaf, a crusty one. I've cut the lid in the top of it, and I've hotted all the bread out. So what we're able to do now is put the fish chowder inside it, and then I'm going to serve it like that. You can actually eat the fish chowder straight out of the bread, and then slowly pull the bread apart and eat the bread as well.
Oh, that's awesome.